So, in today's live, I want to talk about two major updates that were talked about in articles and social media earlier today. One of the updates has to do specifically with YouTube. So, if you're a founder that is growing their personal brand and you're posting on YouTube, or maybe you want to start growing on YouTube in January 2025, or just even maybe sooner than then, I think that these updates will be important for you. I also think that they'll be important for you even if you don't create content on YouTube and you just want to support creators that you watch on YouTube. The other thing that we're going to cover has to do with a LinkedIn update, and it was an article published by Fast Company earlier today. So I'm going to bring up the first article related to YouTube. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shanee Moret, and I have almost 1 million followers on LinkedIn. If you're a business owner, if you're a founder, if you want to grow on LinkedIn, just check us out. The link to do so will be in the description. So let me share. I'm going to share my screen here. And so here we are. So it says, this is YouTube's official blog. We're going to go through the official update, and then we're going to see how people are responding to it on social media platforms like X. And, we'll stick to X for today. So a future full of opportunities. This was released, earlier today, and it's a 7-minute read. It was released by YouTube's Chief Product Officer. And so it's going to go through some of the updates. On YouTube, success isn't one size fits all. It's as unique as our vibrant creators. Whether it's about self-expression, finding community, or reaching financial freedom, we want to offer long-lasting opportunities to forge your path to success. And now we're bringing the transformative power of AI to that journey, while building on our track record of responsibility. We believe AI will unlock new forms of expression for creators, and that it should put its power to work for you and your creative vision. Today at Made on YouTube, we're unveiling new ways to connect people, ignite creativity, and drive businesses, and champion new voices. Here's what you need to know. So the first update that they're listing here is called Dream Screen. And they titled it Dream Screen Gets Even Dreamier. Oh, I love that. With Google's DeepMind's VEO or VO. Last year, we showed you Dream Screen, which lets you generate backgrounds limited only by your imagination in YouTube Shorts. It's already in the hands of millions of people around the world, but we're just scratching the surface of what's to come. So I think that's if you create shorts natively. I've never actually tried that because the shorts that we create are not native. So maybe I should try it. I'll give it a try and I'll do another live on this. We'll start integrating Google DeepMind's most capable model of generating video VO into YouTube Shorts later this year. You'll be able to create even more incredible video backgrounds, breathing life into concepts that were once impossible to visualize. So as you can see here, you could put something like dreamlike garden, and the video could be playing in the background while I guess you're talking about something. That's pretty interesting. And for the first time, you'll also be able to generate 6-second standalone video clips for your shorts with the help of VO. For example, if you're looking through your footage and feel like you're missing something to help tie it all together, you can effortlessly generate a singular clip that fits right in with the content you've already captured. Interesting. So a new creative partner, coming up with fresh, engaging ideas can be a challenge. So we're giving the inspiration tab in YouTube Studio a makeover. I actually find this one more intriguing. Again, I'm biased because I don't create my shorts inside of the YouTube Short native tool right now, but I do look at the inspiration tab in the YouTube Studio for, just suggestions as to what to create. So it's interesting that they're making this better or giving it a makeover. Creating a brainstorming buddy powered by generative AI. It'll help curate suggestions that you can mold into fully fledged projects with video ideas, titles, thumbnails, and outlines to match your style. So that's pretty cool that it's going to be giving you outlines thumbnail ideas. Interesting. And we could see that over here. So it's making it more interactive to really be a brainstorm buddy. Building deeper connections with each other. I know that from the response on social media, a lot of people were responding very positively to this, which is their community's announcement. So and this is one that will really affect you if even if you're not a YouTube creator yet and you want to have better connections with the creators that you support, with the creators that you watch, and with other people that are part of that community, like in the comments or that watch their videos. I know that personally, I follow some creators and I would want to, be part of their communities if they had one. And even the ones that I see that are formed outside of YouTube, like in something like school or Discord, a lot of them kind of aren't that active. So maybe because this will stay on YouTube, it would have a higher percentage of like being cohesive, but we'll see. So, building deeper connections with each other, there's a special connection between you and your most loyal fans on YouTube, the ones who are already there, never missing a moment. More than just comments, communities, your very own corner of the internet right on creators' channels will be a central hub to discuss videos, share fan art, connect with like-minded individuals, and build a vibrant sense of belonging. Communities are available now on a handful of channels, and we plan to test it with more of you this year before we expand access to more channels early 2025. You can learn more about it at our blog post here. So I'm going to share a new YouTube communities experience for fans by fans. So let's see what they actually offer here. To start this journey, we talked to people who matter most, creators and their fans. We wanted the inside scoop, what they loved, what they didn't. Introducing new communities. So from what I saw, like people who I can't stand the word fans. Like I feel like I don't know, like watchers. What's a better word? Put it in the comments. So conversations and comments can be initiated and shared by quote unquote fans with creator control over who can participate. So in the communities tab now, like I can create a post, but I guess this gives people that are subscribed the opportunity to also post in one specific space, which right here, dedicated space, a dedicated spot for conversation and connection, empowering creators to maintain control over their content and brand while fostering meaningful community. Continuous dialogue, conversations transcend individual videos and posts, allowing topics to flow organically and continue over time. And community powered, fans drive the space, creating a sense of belonging where like-minded individuals can connect, learn, and share. I can resonate with that because, like I said, there are some channels that I watch. Like there are specifically some philosophy channels where I would really want to connect with some of those people because I wouldn't come across them in my day-to-day. So, it would be pretty cool. Early reactions and progress. We started building communities with a small, varied set of channels, and many early communities are already thriving. We're already seeing fans spark conversations, share personal stories, and engage directly with each other and the creator. So they have a fitness community. Women are sharing their personal fitness journeys, cooking, gaming. Let's check this out. So I'm not really. So it took me to this, and I see the community here, but I'm not really sure where, like, how this is specifically different than the posts, or if I can only see it if I subscribe. So it's a little bit complicated. So let's go back here. Most importantly, across all these communities, we're seeing deeper conversations and connections. Again, I think the idea of this is great, and I hope that they can implement it in a way where it doesn't muddy the waters, because I can tell you that as someone that creates content, there are people that leave great comments, but the username will be like John Doe 137. And the person, like, how can you actually connect with that person? And for me, that's very unnatural because remember, I built my brand on LinkedIn, which is that's all you do on LinkedIn, right? Is mainly connect, have conversations. And so it's kind of flipping it inside out on YouTube where you put it out there, but the ability to DM, the ability to connect, if they don't have like their name out in the open, or if they don't come to my LinkedIn and say, hey, I watched your YouTube video, is kind of limited. So in theory, I love it. And we'll kind of see what happens. The other one that was mentioned a lot on X is Spotlight with Hype. So apparently they're going to be releasing in the next few months this feature where you'll be able to hype a video, and it's going to be available for channels that have between 500 subscribers and 500,000 subscribers. So here, turn up the volume on those rising stars you can't stop talking about. Hopefully you'll hype one of my videos. Hype gives people a new way to show support for emerging creators they believe in. By hyping a video, fans have a shared purpose to connect their favorite creators to new audiences. Videos with the most hype points will be featured on a special leaderboard, increasing their chances of discovery and recognition. So basically, it's a way to give more recognition, give a greater chance to the creators with smaller channels between 500 to 500,000 subscribers. And then here they're going to be doing find a global audience with automatic dubbing. And dubbing is, when, like, if I were to have a video, the same content in Spanish or just any other language. We've been testing our dubbing tool with a small group of creators, which lets you generate translated audio tracks for your videos in different languages. So it's not just the written captions, it's actually the audio. We're thrilled to bring this to hundreds of thousands more in the coming months, and we'll expand the number of languages it supports from Spanish and Portuguese to French, Italian, and more. So you can make your content accessible to even more people around the world. And we're now piloting a new capability with a handful of creators that will transfer your tone and intonation, the ambiance of your surroundings, and infuse it into the dubbed audio, making the experience sound even more natural. So for this, I'm actually wondering if you'll be able to turn it on and off, because I know that some creators create language-specific channels, and let's say they don't have whatever they sell, they don't offer it to, let's say they sell a course and their course is not in Spanish. What they will do is they will create a completely separate channel, and the audience that is attracted to that channel will then, they'll partner with somebody that can do the course in Spanish, or they'll sell something else in that particular language. So I'm wondering what the strategy will be behind that, if people will just turn it on their main channel, or if they'll still launch like different channels, but just turn the dubbing on like the second channel. Not sure. Plus a comments tab rehaul. We're transforming the comments tab in the YouTube Studio app into community, a hub for deeper fan engagement. Responding to lots of comments can be overwhelming, so we're adding AI-enhanced reply suggestions tailored to your style, giving you a helpful starting point that you can easily customize. Look out for this feature and more time-saving tools like Community Spotlight and Audience Metrics soon. Okay, so, and then I guess they're unlocking YouTube revenue on TV screens, fan funding, and creators earning from live streams uploaded in the US grew over 20%. Okay. Oh, they're also doing this, which is gifts powered by jewels, similar to TikTok. If you've ever seen someone's live on TikTok, you can give them a gift, right? And so this seems like it's going to be available for vertical live streams on YouTube, where people will be able to not just like send so-and-so sent $5, but also for, so-and-so sent a sun or a disco ball or whatever. We're introducing jewels and gifts, digital items that can power real-time fan engagement while unlocking another way for you to earn. We'll first launch this on vertical live streams in the US, making it easier for viewers to react, express excitement, and actively participate to add more magic in the moment. And then they're expanding YouTube shopping. So there are now over 250,000 creators in YouTube shopping. The YouTube shopping affiliate program is available in the US and South Korea, and we're expanding it to Indonesia in partnership with Shopee. In the coming weeks, we'll bring the program to Thailand and Vietnam as well. So more of you across the globe can share your favorite products with fans and grow your businesses. And they're unlocking more opportunity in the living room, where the number of creators making majority of their YouTube revenue on TV screens is up more than 30% year over year. So that's actually interesting. And so that's like the official release of what's happening. I'm going to go to X really quick, and we'll kind of see what the people's reaction is. So introducing YouTube communities. Let's see what, people are like, when is this coming out? Communities. I can see the benefits and but the downside is it can create chaos and become one big popularity contest between creators, thus making a toxic environment. This is so rad. I have so many questions. This is so cool. I'm glad YouTube is showing more initiative. This will be on YouTube or something you're doing. Either way, that's cool. Just launched my Discord. So this is actually interesting. I wonder what YouTube creators that already have a Discord will do. They'll probably stick to Discord. This is sick. Something to post straight to people you want to see. When is it launching? Heck yes, this is a great feature. How is this different than the communities that they already have? Very cool. Would definitely use this feature. Holy W. Wow. So as you could see, like the consensus is that people wait, this is goated, huge. Yo. So people definitely like the idea of this. Again, we'll see how it does when it's implemented. And then here is the announcement for Hype. So YouTube just announced this new thing called Hype, and it's low-key genius. Imagine you're scrolling and see a wonderful video from a smaller creator. You want to do more than just like or share. Enter Hype. Okay, here's how it works. You get 3 hypes a week. So as a viewer, you'll be able to hype 3 videos a week. And I guess you get to choose who you give your hypes to. It's like a supercharged upvote. More hypes equals higher on a special leaderboard. But here's the thing, it only works for creators under 500,000 subs and videos less than a week old. So that's pretty cool. So it's incentivizing channels with subscribers under 500,000 subs to post regularly because they could get seen more if they're hyped. Plus, there's a small creator bonus to the little guys, so the little guys can compete. I guess I'm a little guy on YouTube right now. That will change. Why is this smart? Turns passive viewers into active viewers. People want to support the up-and-comers. I'm an up-and-comer. Give smaller creators a shot at blowing up. YouTube gets more engagement without messing with the algorithm, and it promotes niches so everyone isn't watching the same thing. In just the first 4 weeks of our beta test in Turkey, Taiwan, and Brazil, users hyped over 5 million times across more than 50,000 channels. That's pretty cool. It's not about killing the big creators. It's about giving the underdogs a chance to be seen. It's currently being tested. Let's be real. Social's been feeling stale. Same big accounts, same content, rinse and repeat. You either don't get seen or you go ballistic. Hype. It's like CPR for the internet dream. Suddenly that person making weird videos in their bedroom could be tomorrow's viral sensation. Just like the good old days. It's bringing back the Wild West vibe of early YouTube when any random video could blow up overnight. I can totally see a hype type feature for other platforms. That's an interesting conversation. And hype might just save us from an endless feed of polished corporate content and put the social back on in social media. Maybe it's the domino we need to get other social platforms to do the same. Time to make the internet weird again. I love that. And so I guess this is how you do it. Hype 2K points. And I guess they're on this leaderboard. So hype up this video. They have a number on the leaderboard. Top 100 hype videos this week. And so that's pretty cool. This is actually a wicked idea that more social platforms should do. I think that's an interesting conversation, right? Because when you look at the social platforms that people get really excited about, like when TikTok was starting a few years ago, it's the opportunity for someone with no followers to just blow up. And that's still possible on a lot of social media platforms, but it gets harder and harder the more that people find out about it, right? So eating a bowl of pho in the city, thinking about hype, and Greg is awesome. Let's get weird. Call us weirdos. This is to help smaller accounts. Maybe 100,000 subscriber limit would be better. If you have 500,000 followers, you're very likely you don't need additional help. That's a good point. I wonder why they chose 500,000 versus 100,000. That would be interesting to know. You think they know X video is about to eat their lunch? Okay, that's a totally different conversation. Really good idea. I only think 500K followers is already a pretty high number. I think 100K or 250K would have been sufficient. Interesting feature on YouTube, just implemented limited boosts on my app a couple of months ago. I am hyped. That's funny. No matter how big you become as a platform, never leave the startup mindset. This shortens the number of videos required for you to go hit your overnight success. That's pretty cool. Excellent idea. It reminds me of the old network, that only allowed you to share one thing per day, and the scarcity made it valuable/valued. This is incredible. Such a great idea. Great idea. Super cool. I love this gamification. This could be really cool. It's so crazy how each platform's algo treats content. This is genius. I will hype any content/creator that does not place ads in their videos. That's funny. Reddit upvotes did irreparable damage to internet. This feature will unfortunately have a similar effect of pushing slop to the top. Very bad idea. I like this because it's a contrarian take. I wish you would have kind of elaborated a little bit. Interesting. So that's the first kind of major story for today, which is all of YouTube's updates for creators. I think that if you're on YouTube, you're watching, it will affect you because, creators will be responding to these updates. I think the biggest potential is in the communities if they do it right, and in also the hype feature. Also dubbing, but it depends again, if you're gonna do it on the main channel or just keep separate channels. Now let's hop over to the second kind of update, social media related update that was announced earlier today, which I think was written in a hilarious manner. And it kind of made me laugh. How LinkedIn became influencers hot new video platform. All right. LinkedIn, just read this first sentence. This is wild. LinkedIn, the unloved stepchild of social networks, has undergone a renaissance of late, with a growing number of users turning to the business-focused network for social interactions. For Fast Company to call LinkedIn the unloved stepchild of social networks is wild. And what renaissance of late are they even talking about? And this is just LinkedIn turns 20. They're about 3 years late or 2 years late with the fact that LinkedIn is no longer the unloved stepchild of social networks. Gary Vee himself has been saying it for over 2 years, maybe even 3 at this point. But only now are people starting to pay attention. So they're obviously a little outdated. Now, as TikTok fights for its future in the US in court this week, many of the creators who made it big on the short form video sharing platform are starting to bring vertical video to LinkedIn too. The professional social network has actually been testing short form videos since March. So again, this is not necessarily 100% true. You have been able to post short form video on LinkedIn for years. I've been posting on LinkedIn for over 4 years, short form video. What they have been testing since March is a short form video specific feed where instead of seeing text posts and polls as you scroll, you only see video where it's similar to TikTok. It is in beta. You could still have your video shown on the feed, even if you're not in beta, but they have had short form video on the platform for a lot longer than March. So this is kind of written, hopefully they could just blame it on AI or something. The other thing is that if you're a founder and you're listening and you don't have a lot of social media or specifically video skills, I've been warning people for over a year. I've said, hey, you may want to get serious about LinkedIn now, practice your video skills, basically in a very non-competitive environment while you can, because once these big influencers that have practiced video for years on video heavy platforms like YouTube and TikTok find out about the opportunity that is LinkedIn, it's a wrap. They have years of experience, not just years, but so many reps, because think of someone that has had to grow on TikTok. You don't post text, you don't post anything but video. So they have literally been in a school of video mastery for years. So now when they hear of this opportunity, it's going to be second nature to them. On top of that, like we had a client recently who comes from Instagram, has 1 million followers on Instagram. Someone like him has an arsenal of videos to deploy on LinkedIn. So it's not just that they have an arsenal of videos that have data to back up, hey, these are the ones that perform best on TikTok. These are the ones that perform best on Instagram. They just need someone like me to kind of eye the videos and see, okay, which ones do you think will perform best on LinkedIn? And we run tests for about 90 days, and then we hone the strategy from there. But on top of just them having so many videos already in their arsenal that they could kind of republish on LinkedIn, they have the reps and the practice. So if you're listening and you're a coach, you're a founder, you're someone that's like, oh my gosh, should I start video now? I highly recommend you do, because again, once established YouTubers and TikTokers and people that already have video skills start to deploy their videos on LinkedIn, they will take market share because they're able to communicate their message to the camera, and they have data. They have years of data of what people respond to based on their specific personal brands, their offers, etc. At first, a small number of selected top voices were able to post videos, but that function has since expanded to most users in North America, plus those in a handful of other countries. Again, you're able to post videos. The way that you know whether your video is kind of shown in the feed is if you just see so many second and third degree connections, you see your video pop off. So we've had about 10 clients in the last 4 weeks be like, Shanee, I had a video go viral. None of them had huge followings except for one. So there's one that has over 200,000 followers on LinkedIn. The one that got the most impressions, she has about 3,000 followers on LinkedIn. When she posted this video, her one video got over 4 million impressions, and it was just a short form video. Short form video is actually the fastest growing type of content on LinkedIn, according to parent company Microsoft's Q4 2024 earnings call in July, with video uploads up 34% year on year. And I can see why, right? When we understand LinkedIn, we understand that it has 1 billion users, and maybe 1 to 3% of them even create content. If you really want to stand out, if you want to even exist on this new short form video feed, you have to create video content. So that's the thing. Once it goes from beta to being open to everybody, at the bottom of everyone's LinkedIn profile, and we'll see here. Let me go. Let's see if they show picture. And I don't think they do. But I'll go to another article so we can see it after. At the bottom of everyone's LinkedIn kind of feed, it'll show home, and between home and network, it shows video. When you click it, it's like a TikTok stream of only videos. So if you don't create short form video on LinkedIn, that you won't even exist on that feed. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow morning in a live training that we're hosting. So you can go to the lives on the channel and you can just click notified, or you could register for notifications and for future schedule at yougrow.club. And I'll also put the link in the description. So let's see. Video now makes up 60% of time spent on social media, says Brendan Gahan, CEO and co-founder of Creator Authority, a LinkedIn creator marketing agency. Just as significantly, Gahan adds, it helps LinkedIn future-proof the platform for Gen Z, its fastest growing audience. Some of the video content on LinkedIn is a sort of business/hustle fare you might expect. But alongside that content exists the anarchic stuff you'd see on TikTok or YouTube. Sarah Blakely, the founder of underwear company Spanx, has taken to promoting her wares on LinkedIn with Mr. Beast-like stunts, including flying over New York City in a doorless helicopter, a camera crew in tow. I'm really excited about LinkedIn as a content creator now that they've introduced a video feed, says Austin Hankwitz, a finance-focused creator whose TikTok account boasts more than 760,000 followers. LinkedIn video has been an awesome way to begin to tap into a new audience that I wasn't tapping into on TikTok or Instagram. And let me tell you, once these big creators coming from Instagram and TikTok understand the buying power that is on LinkedIn, and not just the B2C buying power, but how they could even have like B2B opportunities, brand partnership opportunities, it is a wrap. I can tell you that there are creators that come from other platforms, and the level of conversion or the amount of people that they have to have on their email list to even sell low-cost digital products it's just not the standard that's on LinkedIn. That even, like, when I hear these numbers, I'm like, wow. They are shocked by the buying power on this platform, but I'm not, because look at the data. LinkedIn users have double the buying power per data. So for maybe, 1 out of every 10 that you could get on something like Instagram and TikTok, you're already reaching that 1 out of every 3 on LinkedIn. And so once they taste that, they're going to go all in, which is why I'm telling you, if you haven't mastered your skills or you haven't really prioritized your video skills yet, I highly recommend you do, because right now LinkedIn is a blue ocean. If you were to ask me, hey, what's the marine biology influencer or the baking influencer or the fitness influencer or business coaching for restaurants influencer, like, I can't tell you any of these niche influencers on LinkedIn because they don't exist yet. It is a blue ocean that is open for the taking, but for the taking for those who take the opportunity. Trite as some may find, the average LinkedIn comment section, Hankwitz believes, is a better place than most social media platforms to get considered engagement and respectful engagement. The other thing is that on LinkedIn, there's not, like on other social media platforms, the comments can be wild, disrespectful, there could be, not saying that there's never a hater on LinkedIn, but in general, it's much, much better on average than other social media platforms. And people are much more encouraging and positive than other social media platforms. On LinkedIn, the comments that are being left are much more thoughtful. The people that are engaging convert to followers much easier. And it seems like the content I'm sharing on LinkedIn about business news and stories is getting much more engagement than it is on Instagram or TikTok. One video he posted about Starbucks hiring a new CEO got 1.5 million views compared to just 15,000 or so views on TikTok. And so that's the second story that I wanted to cover today. Again, if you have questions about creating short form video on LinkedIn, leave them in the chats and in the comments section. I'll be happy to reply when I see the comments. And just maybe consider coming to the live training tomorrow morning. It's going to be specifically focused mainly on short form video content and what you should post your first 90 days on LinkedIn so that you could really stand out and potentially take the market share for your niche. God bless you. Have a phenomenal evening, and I'll see you next time.